Hello and welcome to the Advice Nut. The Advice Nut at live.com. The Advice Nut at live.com. Let's get to our first email. I work in a child care center and there's this girl who bites. If she sees a toy she wants and another child has it, she'll bite the child to get the toy. She's bitten adults, including me. She hasn't drawn blood yet. If someone gets in her space, she'll bite. She's very smart and knows that what she's doing is wrong. We've been putting her in a 1-minute timeout every time she does it. We have told her mother about it and she says she doesn't know where she picked up this habit. What are some ways that we can keep her from biting other children and adults? How can we stop this behavior? Well, really, this is her parents' problem. And maybe if her parent doesn't know what to do, her parent needs to consult the child's pediatrician. It's not your job to teach her to stop biting. And you're going to run into a problem if she continues to bite, because then she bites other children. Parents are not going to like that. So what you need to do is advise the parent to consult a pediatrician. And because this is the problem, this child continues, you could lose business. And that timeout stuff, I wasn't raised on timeout. I didn't raise my child on timeout. Never tried to see if it worked. We always punished and popped, or popped and punished. Pop them on the leg and put them in their room. That was their timeout. It wasn't 1 and 2 minutes. It was a couple of hours to a day. If they were older children, sometime a week. But, I think it's more of the parents' problem than your problem. And if it continues to be a problem, maybe you need to consider telling that parent, maybe this place isn't suited for your child, because you can end up losing business by keeping this child. So that's something to think about. Let's get to our next email. A man's mother-in-law is borderline personality. She has borderline rages and is verbally abusive for 30 years. His wife doesn't defend him, won't let him speak up to the mother-in-law, and his wife doesn't allow him to call her on the phone when she goes to her mom's. He can call after the mom goes to bed, but he better not call when the mother-in-law is awake, or his wife gets it from the mother and then gets angry at him. Okay. The mother-in-law has a borderline personality disorder for 30 years. And she goes into these rages. And the wife won't let you say anything about it. Doesn't defend you. You can't talk to her when she goes to see her mother unless the mother is asleep. And you've been dealing with this for 30 years. Well, if you've been putting up with this for 30 years, then the only advice I could give you is you're going to have to wait for somebody to die. Because you're not going anywhere. So either you got to die, the mother-in-law has to die, or your wife has to die. Somebody has to die. Okay? You can't kill them, because you might as well be dead, because you will go to jail. And if you do go to jail, you might as well kill yourself. I don't advocate killing yourself. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But you've been dealing with this for 30 years. And if you haven't gotten used to it yet, apparently you like being miserable. So, only thing I can tell you is be miserable and wait on somebody to die. And I know I'm going to get a bunch of emails about it, but 30 years? What can I tell you? 30 years? What could I possibly tell you after you've been putting up with this for 30 years? Nothing. That's the Advice Nut. The Advice Nut at live.com. The Advice Nut at live.com. Or you can also reach me at theadvicenut.tripod.com. Until next time.